I greet each and every one of you wherever you are around the world. Today I want to talk to you guys about Igbo astronomical observations. It is very important for modern Igbo people to understand and understand the Igbo concepts of astronomy and how our ancestors observed the solar system, what our ancestors thought about the solar system, how we view it, what it represents. First of all, one of the main things to understand is from this planet that we are in, our ancestors did not observe the planets, this planet, and also all the planets in the universe. Our ancestors did not observe them to be flat. The entire solar system in Igbo is known as Oha Ugbo or Ora Ugbo, depending on your Igbo dialect. And our ancestors observed the solar system as a moving vessel. Ugbo is a moving vessel. For example, the Igbo name for boat is Ubommiri, and the Igbo word for aeroplane is Ugboenu. So Ugbo on its own is a moving vessel. The way that our ancestors viewed the solar system, the sun is at the center, and while the planets are all revolving around it, you can almost say that the way that Western science, Western astronomy sees the solar system is like as if it's an imitation of the way that our ancestors viewed the solar system, because the central sun, which is this current sun, the central sun is known as Ose Ora Ugbo, Ose Oha Ugbo, which is the sun at the center. The central sun is Ose Ora Ugbo. That's the sun at the center of the solar system, and all the planets known as Ugbo Nyamba are all moving around it. You understand? Someone might ask, how did our ancestors knew all these things? How did we gain all this knowledge? You have to understand that having a telescope is not the only way to observe the universe. There is an organic way to observe the universe, and the ancients were masters of a spiritual practice that we called Ikwekili, which is an astral projection, which is where your consciousness can travel out of space and observe the way things are. So the way we see the universe was based on our own observable truth. It's not a belief system. We're not believing that the planet is circling around the sun. Okay, we know this as a fact based on observable truth. And you have to understand that the universe does not only exist out of you. The universe also exists in you. And because we're in Ogazi, today's people, they're not so familiar with this practice. You have to also understand that we have the names of the planets. From our observations, we name the celestial bodies. We name the planets Oha Ugbo, Nyamba. We have names for them in our languages. From our own observation, from through our meditative practices and equally, and also it is very important to understand that the sun and the moon are known as planetary bodies in Igbo spirituality and also in Igbo astronomy. Our ancestors believed and also observed that our astral self, Aka, Onwe Ani, once lived in the sun and the moon, that our astral self once inhabited the moon and the sun. So the moon and the sun are both considered planets in Igbo astronomy and also astrology. Okay, so the sun is Anwu. In Alpha, it is Ora. The sun is Anwu. Okay, in Igbo, the sun is Anwu. The moon is Onwa, or also Oma. Okay, now when we start to look at the planets, like Mercury is Agu. Mercury is Agu. Venus is Uto Ana. Venus is Uto Ana. This planet that we currently live in, the Earth, is Ana or Allah, depending on your dialect. Ana or Allah. Mars is Ikenga. Ikenga, the home of Ikenga, where that energy, because the names of the planets are connected to the elements and the energy that comes from there. So Mars is Ikenga, the Earth is Ana, Venus is Utana or Uto or Adada, the Sun is Anwu, Mercury is Agu. These are not, all these things I'm saying are not in order. The moon is Onwa. Okay, so now we have Jupiter as Ngu. The planet Jupiter is Ngu in Igbo. It's a representation of the energy that comes from there. Okay, the energy that we draw from that planetary body, that specific Ubo Nyamba. Okay, that specific Ora Ugbo, that specific Ugbo, that moving vessel, the energy that we draw from there. Okay, Ngu, Ikenga, Mars, Ngu, Jupiter. Saturn is Ele or Ene. Ele or Ene. Uranus is Orashin. Again, remember, these are the representation of the energies that the planets are named after the energies, the elementary body and the energies that we draw from that specific Ugbo, Nyamba, or Ora Ugbo. Okay. Pluto is Ibudu. Okay. Neptune is Owumiri, or Omu, or simply Owumiri. You know, so these are, I believe I named all 8 planets, but according to, so this will help you to also understand the difference between Igbo astronomy and the so-called Western astronomy, because we see the sun and the moon as planetary bodies. We see them as a place that our astral self used to live there. And also another difference between Igbo astronomy, astrology, and Western astronomy is that we know for a fact that the ether exists, Atora, the ether, Atora, okay? It exists. We know that for a fact. Ete, Oha, you know, it's vibrating light. You know, we see the ether as a vibrating light, or you know, the home of one's chi, the home of your chi, you know, around the same area where your Aka exists, which is your astral self. Okay, we believe that the ether exists. We believe that the soul more exists. Okay, we don't just believe in this. We know this based on observable truth. So it's not only like, oh, we believe this. We know this. We know that it exists. So that's the difference between, and also many original people's astrology and astronomy, you know, they don't count out the soul, the ether, you know, they don't count this out, you know, they know that these things exist. The Western scientific knowledge and astronomical knowledge stops wherever dark energy stops, and where dark energy stops is where our own observation begins. That's the way you should look at it as an African, as an original person. Many ancient Igbo women hairstyle, and they are also in uli, and their footwear, their anklets known as Ogba. There was a shape of the solar system was perfectly manifested in the Ogba. It's a circle, okay? And then the central sun, Ose Ora Ugbo, was right at the center of the Ogba, which is the Igbo women anklet. Okay, and then in the same anklet, you will see that they drew a bunch of circles. The circles, the spiral is a representation of the moving vessel, and they're also a representation of the planets. Okay, so our ancestors are fully aware of what the universe looked like without telescopes. Okay, without telescopes, because there are other ways to observe the universe without using telescopes. You know, like I mentioned, one of the many ways is through equically, which is astral projection, and you know, through a meditative practice known as Monachibufu, which I did a documentary on. So that Oba is a representation of the solar system manifested, and we were just wearing it. It was just a decoration, you know. So when you look at the Igbo women, ancient Igbo women hairstyle, look at their hairstyle, look at what they're wearing in their feet, look at their makeup, the uli writing system. You know, uli was given to women by Abara. You know, the writing system and their makeup, cosmetic. Okay, is a condescended version of cosmic beauty. Okay, that's how it used to be. Also, when you look at the Ibo-Ukwu artifacts, the Ibo-Ukwu bronze, you will see some of the ways that our ancestors observed celestial bodies, how our ancestors manifested them, how our ancestors defined celestial bodies. You know, they are all there. The way that dark energy and the universe is connected was perfectly manifested in the Ibo-Ukwu bronze. Okay, so this is a proof that we understood, we knew exactly what the universe was all about and what the solar system is all about. We knew those things and we have names for them. Like I explained to you guys, we gave them names. Ugbo, Nyamba, Ora Ugbo. You know, these are our names for the solar system and the planetary bodies, because Igbo people name things based on their observation of what that specific thing is doing. That's how we give things name. Igbo people name things based on what the thing is doing. So we name things based on observable truth. So if we see something that is making noise all the time, something's making noise, we'll give that a name, like this thing right here is noise. Okay, that's how we name things. So we saw the planets as moving vessels. They're all moving, okay, around a central sun known as Ora Ugbo. All the planetary bodies are moving around a central sun known as Ora Ugbo. So we call them Ugbo Nyamba. There is a saying, there's an Igbo saying that Oklikli ka na-agba ukwu ose adali enu. This saying is esoterically Oklikli ka na-agba ukwu ose adali enu. Ose is a representation of the sun. Okay? Light, the sun. Okay? And it is saying that you just go around the sun. Things are moving around the sun. It basically explains what the solar system is doing. Things are moving around the solar system and it does not climb on top of it. It's just moving around it. That is the cosmic basically a celestial meaning, a cosmic meaning of Oklikli ka na-agba ukwu ose adali enu. Okay? Because that's what it is. One of the best ways to support my work is to buy my art book, Igbo Deities by Serious Ugo Art. It is 272 pages long. I created this art book to restore the images of Igbo divinities in the imagination of our people. Our people need to realize that we are divine beings. There's no separation between us and Umu Ya. Anyibo Umu Ya and Umu Ya are us. Okay, so this art book is supposed to show you what Igbo divinities look like, and you will notice that they look just like us. We are one and the same with them. Okay, so one of the ways to contact me to buy this book is to contact me through my Gmail, which is gbifashion@gmail.com. Again, gbifashion@gmail.com. Thank you.